Okay, so we're recording now. So everybody, thank you for jumping on. This is, for those of you who don't know me, I am the co-founder of Diesel Nation. So me and my sister Christina founded the whole team. The team has been in existence for 5 years. I signed up 5 years ago, July 10th. So we've been working hard for 5 years. But I'm excited to work with each and every one of you. Then I wanted to explain to you what the basis is for this training group. So the training group is going to be 10 days. And every day you're going to have a post. It's going to be weekdays only. So weekends you have to catch up on material. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. So you'll have the weekends to catch up. But if you've noticed, every day you're going to have a specific lesson. And what we're going to be doing this week is really important because it's the foundation for developing your why, which we're going to talk about today, and your story, which every coach has a story. You may think you don't have a story, but everybody has a story. It's my job with this training to help you find it. So as if you've read the post, you'll see at the end of the post of the day, there's a few action items. Post your Shakeology picture, post what workout you're doing. That is to keep you guys focused on doing the vital behaviors of this business. That is working out, talking about Shakeology, drinking your shake, doing personal development. But we want you to talk about that publicly, not only in our group, but share it. Not in a salesy way, just in, this is what I'm doing now. This is part of my life. I drink Shakeology. It's helped me in this way. You need to learn to share without trying to sell because people don't like to be sold. So the purpose of this group is to help you guys get out there, start talking to people so that you make your first 3 sales, help your first 3 people in the first 10 days of your business. We believe, and corporate believes, and I know this to be true, once you guys have the confidence and start getting out there and talking to people and making a few sales, you have confidence to keep going and keep pushing and continue to form relationships. So that is what we're going to work on together the next 10 days. Once the 10 days are over, the ones who have committed, who have shown interest, who have engaged and made their sales and helped 3 people will continue on to the next phase of the training, which is a Emerald training. So from there, we'll work on getting you 2 coaches on your team so that you can advance to your first rank, which is Emerald. And we'll discuss that at a later date. But today's assignment was to talk about your why. And when I used to explain the why, I used to think, well, it's something that makes you cry. It's something in your life that needs fixing, something that you feel guilty about. But a friend of mine recently explained to me that she looks at it differently. She says, look at your life and what pisses you off about your current situation. So, for example, my why when I was working this business and working a full-time job, my why was to leave my job. And that didn't happen right away. I didn't see the possibility right away. It took me about a year when I went to my first leadership event and I realized, wow, this business, hold on. Everybody needs to mute because I can hear the background. Hold on. Let me see. Can you just mute your lines, please? Okay, so I realized within the first year that, wow, this is really possible. Like real people like me, I saw them at events, I met them, I talked to them. I realized, wow, they actually did it. Like it's not rocket science. They just worked hard, followed what they were coachable, and they made it happen. So my why quickly became retiring for my kids. But when they started school and I would have to drop them off at really, really early in the morning. They were only 4 and 5 years old. I left them alone in a charter school where they were 8th graders. I would leave crying every single day because I felt so guilty that here I am having to rush to work and leaving them alone. And I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if they were eating. I didn't know anything. So that quickly became a very detailed why. I wanted to be present. I didn't want my kids going to before care. I didn't want my mom picking them up from aftercare. I wanted to be present for them. So that pissed me off. It pissed me off that I had to leave my kids at school so many hours. So when you think about your why, I've seen a few people say, well, I just want to help people. Well, we all want to help people. That's just a natural thing that happens when you do this business. We help our coaches advance. We help our customers see transformations. But that's not a why. That's not something that affects your life. That's just a byproduct of what we do. A why is something that can transform your life. It's leaving your job, but it doesn't have to be that. You don't have to do that. If you love your job, great. I'm happy for you. But it could be adding financial freedom to your life. It could be, wow, I haven't taken a vacation in 5 years. Now I dream of taking my family on a 2-week vacation, or I need to pay off my college debt. That would provide freedom for my family. Or I want to have, I don't know, maybe you have a second job. Maybe this career could help you drop that second job so you can spend more time with your family. So I want you to think about that, because the why is so important in your journey. Those days that you don't want to do this, and believe me, we all have them. When you wake up in the morning, you think about, why am I doing this? And you think about that reason that really tugs on your heart and you really feel it deep inside. That is what's going to push you through to get up, to go help more people, to push your business forward, to make a difference. So I urge you, this is not something that maybe some people won't develop right away. Take some time, maybe half an hour, go sit outside, go, for a walk where you're alone and you can think and really look at your life and say, I think this business can change my life and this is what I want to correct. So I understand that I want to help people, but that's not it. I'm telling you that there's way more that this business can do for you. You just need to dig within yourself and reach those emotions. So just think about it. What pisses me off about my current situation? Is that okay, everybody? Clear? And the reason why this is so important, guys, like I said, it's what drives you every single day, but it also is going to help you push and relate to other people in this business, coaches that you're going to recruit in your team. So take the time to really develop that. Now, from there, one of the things you're going to work on tomorrow is developing your story. And like I said at the intro, everybody has a story. If you're on the phone, can you mute your line, please? Everybody has a story. My story started, I was a customer with Beachbody 7 years ago when my son was born, and I started as a P90X customer, and I wanted to get back in shape from the pre-pregnancy. I wanted to get back to my pre-pregnancy body, which that was my driving force back then. A lot of you are in the same boat. You want to lose the weight. You want to get back in shape, but you came here for a reason. So look at why you're here now. Is there something that you want to correct? Doesn't mean that you've achieved your ultimate results. There are coaches of all shapes and sizes in all stages of their transformation. Don't let that hold you back. Your story it could be emerging. It could be transforming as we speak. But you came to Shakeology and Beachbody for a reason. You need to think about that and be able to talk about that. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, what I urge you to do is YouTube other coaches. You can look for my story. I have my success story for the business and Shakeology on YouTube, my sister's story, and feel free to share that. But it is important because people want to know what this business has done for a real person. Someone that you encounter day to day, and that's me. I'm your upline. I'm your support system. Feel free to use my story whenever you feel the need. So let's talk about really quick. I want to discuss the Diesel Nation resources and the scripts and where we go from here. How do we get those 3 sales in the first 10 days? So this is really important. Last week, I did post in the file section of this group, and you guys need to become really familiar with how to use these Facebook groups because this is how we transport information between people. The Diesel Nation Resources is a Google Doc that I put together about a month ago. And basically, what it does is summarizes all these different areas of the business that I want you guys to use, the resources for you. It is somewhere where you can go to look information up. And one of the main things that's in there that I want you to really hone in and become familiar with are the scripts. In particular, tonight, I want to discuss the VIP script, which is one of the first ones. This is for new coaches. And what this script is going to do is allow you to speak to those people that are very, very close to you, that you don't have any issues speaking with. You're not afraid to speak openly with them. So going back to your contact list, these are the people, as it states in the script, that you would call if at 2 a.m. you're stranded somewhere and you need help. These are the important people in your life. So what you're looking for is a testimonial. And what I love about this is that we all, as coaches, love to post Transformation Tuesday and highlight a customer that's had a transformation, or even yourself, what has Shakeology done for me? But here we're actually asking a family member or a close friend, a sibling, to buy Shakeology, to buy a program, and actually drink it or taste it and do it for 30 days so that you have a story to share. So you're winning in two ways. Not only are you're getting family involved. Number two, you're making a sale. Number three, you're getting a transformation and a testimony out of them. The great thing about this script is it does give them an out. It does say, well, if you don't like it, it is completely okay, but I will never ask you to buy anything. You don't have to join anything else. I'm just asking you for this help now. Has everybody looked at this script and started reaching out to people? You could just go like this or like this. Anyone?
Nope.
I think everybody's frozen. I don't see any movement. Okay, well, the goal for tonight is for you guys to read that script. Please go to the Google Doc. If you want, I can try to bump the post so that you can see it, but I need you guys to start doing this stuff. One thing about coaching is, well, number one, and I don't want to seem harsh, but I already know this stuff. I'm giving you the information and doing these calls and doing the training group because I want to see you succeed. So in order for you to succeed, I need you to be coachable, number one. Number two, if I ask you to do something, I want you to do it and try it. The only way you're going to learn this business is by actually doing. There's no way. Guys, someone on the phone is like making a ton of noise. Can you please mute your line? Please. Just press mute on your phone, please. Oh my God. And a baby crying. Okay, well, like I was saying, if you want to succeed in this business, you're gonna have to take advice from the upline, from your coach, from other coaches on the team. Be coachable and be willing to try things. I mean, I have a few girls, Stephanie is one, and another new coach, Kelly, which are just going for it. They're not trying to learn anything. They're just out there talking to people. And UC's doing the same thing. That's how you're going to make sales. That's how you're going to connect with people. When I started, I didn't have upline. I didn't have a coach training group. I just said, can I start? That's what I asked. Can I start? Can I do this now? And I just went for it. And I made a ton of mistakes. And I gave away a gazillion Shakeology packets and probably made no sales. But I learned from my mistakes. I learned that, okay, well, next time I'm not going to do that. Next time I'm going to do it differently. But if you don't just go in and start, and especially using these scripts, it gives you a guideline. Like it's actually giving you a way to talk to these customers, a bunch of questions to ask, a format to use to help you succeed in actually navigating these conversations. So please make it a priority that either tonight before you go to sleep or you start fresh tomorrow morning, you go through your contact list, highlight those really important people in your life, and especially people who have health problems that could benefit from Shakeology, and go out there and ask them to buy, to ask them to be your first testimonial, that you want to help them change their life. Okay, so I ask you guys to please commit to that. The second thing that I want you guys to do is to look at the script, which is called the five-step invitation, and that is actually inviting somebody to a challenge group. I hope that most of you have participated in some kind of challenge group, but this is going to give you a step-by-step guide in what to say. Obviously, you need to tailor it so it sounds like you, or add flair to it so it's more like your personality. But again, it's going to give you the questions to ask. From there, once that script has gone out, you can use the messaging script, which I use. I actually wrote it with some of my coaches. It has a bunch of questions to ask customers, like, what is your current activity level? What are you currently doing for fitness? What are some of the issues that you encounter with food? How much weight do you want to lose? How many times a day do you eat? What I want you to understand is that what these scripts do is they give you a platform to obtain information from your prospect. You're never going to give someone the price of a 21-day challenge pack right up front. You're going to say, you're going to ignore the question, and you're going to move on with your script, and you're going to continue asking questions. And what that's going to do is when they tell you, for instance, I eat out for lunch 7 days a week. I buy coffee at Dunkin' Donuts every day. Or I don't eat breakfast. I don't know what to eat. Well, and then they come back and tell you, well, Shakeology is too expensive. Oh, and plus they told you they want to lose 50 pounds. The way I approach it is, well, I understand that it's expensive. I also thought that when I first heard about it, I didn't really understand it, but I can tell you that it's not. It's not in addition to your daily budget. It would actually replace a meal that you would have to have anyway. So for instance, your lunch outing every single day, it would actually save you money because it's $4.33 a day versus the $10 that you spend going out to lunch every day. So actually Shakeology would save you money. That's how you approach it. But that's what these scripts are going to do. They're going to allow you to go back and say, hold on, okay, what do I say now? Let me look and see what's my next approach. Okay, guys, so if you want to start your business off right at this point and start talking to people and start messaging people and making some sales to help people, you need to invest your time in learning these scripts and actually using them. They are going to make a huge difference in your business. I wish I would have had them when I signed up as a coach 5 years ago, honestly. I've even started using them to test them out. We have other scripts now. If you look at the files, I would save the link on your phone. That's what I have. I use Evernote. It's an app where I can put notes, save that link there so that it's easy access for you to go back and use it. There's recruiting scripts in there too. Use that. The one that I really want you to spend time on is the everything about Shakeology. That is important. And we had at Summit, our national convention a couple weeks back, we had a whole training on Shakeology. And one of the key points was know your product. How could you sell something or share about something and you don't invest the time in learning it? You don't need to know all 70 ingredients. I don't. I just know that it makes me feel good and that the diet cycle, when you watch Shay's video on that, you'll understand. I know that it helps me stay healthy and it makes me feel good and that it reduces my cravings and that I can't live without it. And that's all people need to know. Okay, guys, at this point, I want to open it up to questions.
Okay, cool. I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I have been using the script, and of course, I've gotten all the way down to the part where it's asking about, you're giving the person like at least 3 options, right? Which is the 21-day fix, everything about the workouts being on demand.
Okay.
P90X3. When I cut and paste from there, is it because I'm maybe using Google Docs versus Evernote? It's not going through in my messages.
Like the video links or the actual message?
I think it's the video links. So since it's the video links are attached to the message, when I send it out, that I do a copy and paste of that portion of the script, it doesn't send out. Is it?
That's weird.
I mean, I could try to use Evernote. I've used it before, and then maybe it goes on. So what I've been doing is that I just take out the YouTube links, which kind of sucks because I would like them to, like, you know, click on the link so that they can see what it's all about.
All right. The way that I do it, and look, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, no, maybe not. But this is my Evernote, and I have a million things there. What I do is I have specific files in Evernote for different things. So all my video links, I have them as one thing, as one note. So as I use them, if I have our Coach Online office has videos, which I have the links for those. But if it's too hard to get them from a phone. So I'll go to YouTube and I'll look up size, and I'll get the official Team Beachbody video link, and I save it on Evernote so that when I get to that part of the messaging script, I just go back to my video file on Evernote and I just go, okay, which one is it? Size and Shakeology, and I send them those two right from there. So it's kind of, I have them saved separately.
Okay.
The same thing, I don't know if you've guys seen it, but I hope you do. On the resource file, there's a whole document on direct challenge pack links. Guys, I can't even tell you what a time saver that is. I spent time doing that because when I was working a full-time job, I would have a heck of a time trying to communicate to a prospect that wanted to buy right now how to find a challenge pack. A lot of times they would make mistakes. They would order the wrong thing. They would buy it separately. It was a pain in my butt. So what I did was I used coachingcodes.com, which is free to use. Our upline designed it. What it does is you put in your coach ID number and your screen name, and it spits out all these direct links. I took all the challenge pack links and saved them for you guys. All you have to do is have them accessible. So I have them for me. I have them on Evernote. I have four coaching accounts. So I have a file for each and every coaching account with direct links. So when someone is ready to buy, all I have to do is go into my phone, say 21-day fix challenge pack, copy, paste. I copy it, I go to the message, I paste, and I send. It's that easy. The customer goes right to the challenge pack, doesn't need to navigate. You minimize mistakes, and it's just efficient for your time. So if I can give you any tips, and I'm very organized like that, anything that I reuse over and over, or something that I feel like I say over and over, I put it in a note on Evernote so that I can always go back and say, okay, I've said this before. Let me just save it. Let me save it one time, and then I copy and I keep pasting the same message over and over. Does that make sense? It's very important for those that are working. I know how hard it is. Your phone starts to go off, you get distracted. Try not to pay attention to it during work. But if you have time during lunch or you have a break, having all these notes, the scripts, having the direct links saved on your phone is gonna make your life so efficient and fast. I'm telling you, invest time in making that a priority and setting yourself up. Anybody else? That was a good question. I'm glad you're using them, Yusi.
I am. I'm really happy. I love it. It makes it so easy and so quick. And at first I was kind of like, oh my God, this is such a long script to send someone. They're going to be like, oh, forget this person. I don't got time for that. But actually, they've taken their time and they've been very detailed about answering me back. And I like it because it means that, I mean, not only am I just asking a question real quick to like make a buck, because that's not what you know, my why is, which now is going to change after your speech. But it makes the customer feel like, wow, this person is really interested in what my needs are.
Exactly.
You know, it's not just losing weight. It's if I have an injury, you know, what do I like to do? There's some people that really can't do a T25 off the bat. And there's some people that really don't feel comfortable dancing, you know, to lose weight. So, you know, I really like the scripts. I have been using them, going back and forth and stuff like that.
Thank you for saying that, because that is exactly what the scripts are about. We are here to help people, and we're not here to just push a product down their throat. The programs are not one size fits all. So you would not throw 21 Day Fix Extreme at somebody just because it's on sale. That you could lead to injury, they could get hurt, they're not ready for it. But what the scripts do is it does make them feel like, wow, she does care. She's asking me what I want, what I like, what my needs are, what my limitations are. She's not just trying to sell me something. So you're getting down to, number one, their why, what their issues are. But it's also, like I said, giving you then, I don't want to use the word ammunition, but it's giving you the facts to then turn around and say, when they tell you, oh no, I don't know if I can start right now, then you can turn around and say, but I thought you told me you wanted to lose 50 pounds and that you had this wedding coming up and that it was super important that you fit into this dress. Wasn't that what you told me? That's the point of using the scripts. You're fact gathering, you're getting all this information about your customer and making them trust you. I'm telling you, I'm going to keep pounding it. The scripts are the way to go, especially at this level. As you get more mature into the business and more familiar with what to say, it'll start to flow naturally. But at this point, you want to get in there, start talking to, sending out messages. We only have 10 minutes, but I have something important. And you'll learn this in the training group, but making an invitation to a challenge group is a one-on-one invitation. It's not a post on Facebook. Posting on Facebook is essential to your business. Announcing a challenge group is essential because if you're being consistent with sharing your journey, then people are going to want to see what you're doing. And if you post I don't want to say an advertisement because I don't want it to come off like a salesy thing, but if you're posting a challenge group thing, that's not an invitation. That is not considered an invitation. An invitation is when you physically send a one-on-one note to someone and say, per the scripts, hey, I'm starting this challenge group on August 17th. I know that we've talked about, that you wanted to lose some weight. I thought about you today. Do you think you'd like to join? That's an invitation. Like actually inviting them to join something, or inviting them to look at a business opportunity webinar, inviting them to opportunity. It is not a post on Facebook. So they should not be confused. Both, you need to be doing both every day. We're going to talk a lot about social media. Social media is vitally important. You need to really focus your time on learning it and minimizing the sales. Do never post your link, please, on a post. Focus your time on learning or following successful coaches to see how they post and how they share their life and journey. Okay, anyone else? We only have 8 minutes left. So does anybody have any questions that you'd like to ask? You can unmute yourself. I think I muted everybody. I can unmute everybody. Hold on a second. Who is it?
It's Hearsay.
Hi.
Hey.
Go ahead.
I'm good. On the script where it says on step 1, that you send the initial invite, and then it says bridge 1 to step 2, where it says, I'm so glad that you feel like you're interested.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, I will ask, I just need to ask you a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that I officially skip step 2 and go to step 3? Or do I still tell them about step 2 and then go to step 3? I was just confused.
I'm going to have to look at that and post an answer later.
Okay.
Because what I've been doing is, and I do invite people, but a lot of times I'll post about challenge groups, and then people want information. So what I do is I have been going right to the messaging script. The messaging script has good questions to start with. So if you want to, use the invitation part and then jump to the messaging script. Maybe you can save your own script on your computer where it jumps right to like the 5 initial questions that are really important. One of the great questions that I think is so important, it says, why now? And why do you want this now? And how would it make you feel if you succeeded now? And that's in the messaging script. My dog wants to say hi. Come here, Roscoe. Come here. Look. Hi, Roscoe. Look.
Oh my gosh.
You see knows Roscoe. Yeah, now he wants to play. But yeah, seriously, let me take a look at that and I'll get back to you more specifically. But I know that the messaging script also is a good second step to that.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks, Becky.
No problem. Anybody else? Any questions? Hold on. The people on the phone, I'm sorry, I had to mute you because it was loud. So I don't know if anybody's talking. I did that to my coach Gina the other day. I muted her and I forgot. Anybody? Any of the veterans? Alina, Gina, anybody want to say anything? No? Alina? Hello? Gina? Well, guys, if nobody has any more questions, please, as you make sales or help someone or, you know, have a success, please post it in the group daily. We want to celebrate you. We want to recognize you for your hard work. It's important as a team that we build a family culture, and we love to celebrate. I'm sure you see that my sister and I love to celebrate everything. So post all your successes. Any questions that you have for us, please post it in the coach training group so that either I or Yvonne or Gina or Alina, some of the veterans Yvonne can help you move in the right direction. Don't hold your questions because you're embarrassed. We need to know if you're having a problem or a concern so that we can address it right away so that you're not stuck in a holding pattern. So if no one has anything else, thank you so much for jumping on tonight. Make sure that you post your why, that you review the second post of the day and complete your assignments daily. Just give yourself 20 minutes to read your daily post, answer the questions, and then you can move on. But it's important that you focus on this 10-day training. It's going to give you a basis for the rest of your business. And that's it. Oh, that's loud. All right, guys. Well,
All right.
if nobody has anything, good night. And thank you so much. We'll have another call next week, and we'll talk more about scripts and your questions. Have a good night. Oh, wait, can we take a picture? Everybody smile. Everybody smile. Smile. All right, thank you. Good night.